Hi, welcome to the program. Over 32 schools have participated in the high school Crossfire. Of course, with me, I'm having students from Kibuli Secondary. How are you doing?
Doing very well.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Salah Abubakar.
Okay.
On my team, I have Bakahira Janice,
Okay.
Nelweso Janat, and
Okay.
Samiville.
It's your first time to be part of the debates?
No, it's
Okay.
our third time. We were second runners-up last year.
Okay.
Hopefully this year we take it.
Okay. What makes you think that you will take it this time?
Better team,
Okay.
more confidence, and probably this year it will be the year.
And
Let's
who
see
are you
who does it.
versing? on
We're going
today's
against Rubaga girls.
debates? Okay.
So hopefully they give us a good debate
Okay.
and it's interesting.
You're not shaken of the Rubaga girls?
Not overconfident but confident,
Okay.
I'll say. Yes.
And are you affirming?
No, we're negating the case.
Okay. And what's the resolution?
The resolution is this house, as the East African community, will sanction Rwanda for her role in the ongoing conflicts in DRC.
Okay.
Technically, as a house, because we are negating, we are saying no, we won't sanction them because a sanction is stopping a country from doing certain things.
Okay.
But as the negators, we are saying we shall find other alternatives to punish Rwanda and not sanctioning them.
Okay. I'm having students from Rubaga girls. Well, it's their first time, and I don't know whether they're scared or they're nervous or they're going to win. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Chibacha Varen Mukalu,
Okay.
and I'm from Rubaga Girls.
Okay.
And this is Martha Gabriela. This is Ajimo Gloria Michelle. This is Kwagala Tracy.
Okay.
We're the Debaters Club of Rubaga.
What made you participate this time on the high school Crossfire?
First of all, we have been seeing it, you know, and then we got the invitation. It was an honor, and we are capable. So,
Okay.
we're in
And
the game.
what have you heard about high school Crossfire?
we have maybe seen it a couple of times. They are confident. It's nice and a lot of talent. So we had to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and this time on your first debate, who are you
Yeah.
battling with?
Chibuli SS.
Ah, are you ready?
Yeah, we
Okay.
are.
And are you affirming?
Yeah, we are farming. Yeah.
All right. I wouldn't say much about it, but of course I wish you nothing, yeah? But luck.
Thank you.
Definitely, you're still watching High School Crossfire. You're only debating primarily discuss societal issues. I'm Star Ashley. Don't go away. We are still rolling.
House rules. Each speaker has 5 minutes. The first and last minutes are protected. The judge will ring a bell to signal the protected time. The bell will ring continuously after 5 minutes.
The panel of judges, the two antagonistic bodies, the August House, good afternoon. My name is Kwagala Tracy from Rubaga Girls Secondary School. This house, as the East African community, will sanction Rwanda for her role in the ongoing conflicts in DRC. Our house is the East African community. The parameters are set to East Africa. Dear panel, I will begin by defining the word sanction. A sanction is an official order that limits trade and contact with a particular country in order to make them obey a law or behave in a particular way. My dear panel, a conflict is a situation in which people or countries are involved in a serious disagreement. Therefore, the East African community is an intergovernmental body that is comprised of 7 countries: Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, South Sudan, Rwanda, and Burundi, and Congo, which recently joined on the 11th of July 2022. Fundamentally, my team believes that the team which will win this debate is the one that will justify the sanction of Rwanda. My team believes that Rwanda should be sanctioned from its role for 3 major reasons. Rwanda has defied 3 major points. One is the human rights point of view. Rwanda has supported the M23 rebels, which is the March 23 movement, and this has claimed approximately 6 million lives of people, which is against the Human Rights Commission. And the second point is the security point of view of DRC. Rwanda is insinuating the fact of protecting its political stability in the attempt of thinking that the Hutu militia are a threat to them and therefore are trying to eliminate them in DRC, which in that case are invading DRC's security, and in actual sense interrupting its independence. Number 3, Rwanda is interrupting the sovereignty point of view of DRC. How is this? On 10th January, 2023, my dear panel, due to the Al Jazeera news, the president of Rwanda said that he shall not keep hosting Congolese refugees, but panel, is it justified for Rwanda to be so inconsiderate, yet Congo was in position to take it in during its time of the genocide? Therefore, if Rwanda is sanctioned, as we believe right now, Rwanda will actually be forced to oblige to this panel because Rwanda's main export is accounting to the coffee exportation, which is the major foreign exchange and earning for Rwanda. Therefore, my team advocates for a trade sanction where Rwanda will be limited from trading with other countries of East Africa, and this will definitely humble Rwanda to be ordered to respect its fellow neighbors, and this information is got from the East African Lining Encyclopedia. And therefore, we could also gain DRC's trust as a new member of the East African community, because we as East. In conclusion, I feel the Rwanda should be sanctioned for her in rude action to the DRC. Thank you, my dear judges.
Resolved, this House, as the East African community, will sanction Rwanda for its role in the ongoing DRC conflict. I would like to start by talking about exactly what the first speaker talked about. She came here and gave us the parameter as East Africa, and I would want to ask you just one question. Is Rwanda even part of East Africa? Is DRC even part of East Africa? They aren't part of East Africa, but part of the East African community. So I'm here by breaking their parameter and turning it to welfare. So, our parameter is welfare, and we're working with houses such as the United Nations Human Rights Commission, the International Criminal Court, and as part of our work plan, we would like to use less harsh means, like sending a neutral body and stabilize instead of sanctioning. I'm here to tell you all that the East African community should not and cannot sanction Rwanda for its role, because this is beyond the East African community by now. It is already beyond. You know that by the time a conflict is between two countries, it's already an international conflict and therefore should be handed over to the International Criminal Court. So even if East Africa had something to do with it, it is beyond, and therefore we'll only stick to the less harsh means as we wait for what decision the International Criminal Court is going to issue. We'd also like to say that according to their work plan, they're planning to use economic sanction. I would like to tell you that economic sanctions are not a work plan, because they have been criticized on humanitarian grounds as they negatively impact on a nation's economy and can also cause collateral damage on ordinary citizens. Because the moment you sanction a country economically, it's going to go down, and you guys are not even caring about the citizens just because you had set your parameters East Africa. All you care about is the unity of the East African community and not the citizens per se. I would just like to say therefore that we cannot only sanction, we can resort to less harsh means as we wait for whatever decision the International Criminal Court is going to put across. And you also talked about the fact that sanctioning Rwanda is only fair because it's getting involved. And you also talked about the times of genocide. You talked about the times of genocide because you said that's where the refugees went. Yes, even if you did say that Rwanda should be sanctioned for being there to fight for their refugees, those people are now Congolese. The people who are there in Uganda are now Congolese because we don't have the same people during genocide there today. I believe those guys did give birth to more people who are now Congolese by birth, and therefore Rwanda should just come to terms with the fact that those guys are now Congolese and live with it. Also, I would like to talk about the negative impacts of sanctioning, just basically. It really leads to disruptions of the global supply chains, because if Rwanda is sanctioned, there are very many things that Rwanda contributes to East African's economy. I'm talking about the 3 T's, the minerals that we get from Rwanda, because it contributes to 9% of Africa's economy. We're talking about tin, we're talking about tungsten, we're talking about tantalum, and when it is sanctioned, we shall really suffer a great deal. I rest my case.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.